One thing that's always been missing from No Man's Sky is cities. Also chainsaws, but that's not the point of this video. There are small villages in the form of settlements, but what about big metropolitan areas with dozens of buildings and a mediocre public transportation system? Many builders have created small cities in the past, but I wanted to open up this opportunity to the universe at large. That's why I'm organizing a community build challenge, where we can all collectively create various segments of a big city on an unknown planet with an unknown name for an unknown purpose. In Phase 1, I will create a video and put it on YouTube that tells everyone that I'm organizing a community build challenge to create a big city in Yes Woman's Ground. As you may have guessed, you are in the process of watching said video and you're doing a great job. I'll explain the roadmap of the challenge and how everyone can get involved. This will be a great place to come back to when you forget the timeline of the challenge, or if you want to reminisce 3 years from now about how simple the world used to be before the greatest city in the universe was created. In Phase 2, we must decide on where to build, otherwise the city will only ever live in our imaginations, just like 3 out of 5 of my best friends. In this phase, I'll be scouting potential locations inside the Euclid Galaxy to find the best options to support our construction. There will be highly specific and non-negotiable criteria like it should look relatively pretty and should have at least 1 blade of grass. I'll share a list of the 4 potential planets and create a YouTube poll where everyone can vote on their favorite option. After we all land on a planet, it will be time for Phase 3. This is when we'll vote on a name for the beloved city. It'll have to be something classy and memorable like the serendipitous Sahara city that's not in a desert. Something like that, but not that. See, that's why we need a vote. The name choices will depend on the planet type, location, color scheme, and what snack I'm currently eating. Again, there will be 4 options to choose from, and I'll all but guarantee the most immature name will be the winner. Phase 4 will be all about the build. I'll start the initial groundbreaking by doing a diving elbow drop and begin construction on the city center. The planet coordinates will also be released to the populace, so anyone with an eye for design can start building their own sections as close to the city center as possible. At this point in the challenge, everyone will be invited to gather around and claim a special spot by spinning around 3 to 4 times and laying down on a blanket. There will be specific directions and suggestions to keep everything cohesive. For instance, I might recommend not making everything out of tables. Not that I think anyone might do that, but you never know. In Phase 5, I'll share an update on the construction progress, and also provide a list of desired POIs. This list of requested landmarks will ensure that our city has enough attractions to satisfy any tourists and convince them to buy our overpriced real estate. If you want to help build but don't know what to build, this will be the video to watch out for. I'll describe what I will be making and what major builds have already been claimed by the community, but even if we all have the same idea at the same time and end up creating 30 nightclubs that play the same song, it will still be a sight to behold. Phase 6 will cover major updates on the new sections of the city. I'll take us all through the city's many districts, assuming more than just one player named Dirt actually builds some stuff. And I'll also release the deadline for the Grand Tour. If anyone has not started building at this point, this should light a proverbial fire under their posterior to make sure we create as many roads, buildings, and points of interest as we can before the city inspector shows up and tells us everything needs to be moved 5 feet to the left. This will all culminate in the grand unveiling of our historic metropolis. I'll give a grand tour of the entire municipality, probably from a helicopter, and highlight all of the unique locations, from the downtown skyscrapers to the parking lots. I'll record some of this live so you can even make an appearance in the final video if you get the timing right. This will be the opportunity for the community to show off their impeccable creations and see how everything fits together. Or, more realistically, how every district looks completely different and doesn't match at all. The city will no doubt continue to be a work in progress for many moons afterward, and I do hope it becomes a central hub of tourism and completely legal Geknip trading. Anyone who follows my videos knows that I rarely say this, but please like and comment to push this video out into the universe so we can gather as many builders as possible. Subscribe to the channel to stay in the loop for each new step in the journey and ensure that you support our sacred democratic process. Share this with everyone you've ever known to have a heartbeat, and if necessary, bribe them with a bag of pistachios to join in on the challenge. There's a lot to look forward to, so I hope you'll join me on this adventure or watch from a safe distance with binoculars you stole from your parents. See you in the future! Oh, also, I almost forgot. Oh, goodness, this is like the most important thing. I'm glad I remembered. Alright, so basically,